Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, KevSpec. Well, it's an exciting update this one. As most of you know, I'm building a 1000 horsepower Barra. So I posted up about a week ago that I'd paid for the engine and it's all underway. And I've got a couple of updates for you and it's pretty exciting. I've been buying some car parts and the engine builder's been making some progress. So as of last week or as of today, what's been done in the last 7 to 10 days, the engine block is disassembled. My donor engine is all disassembled. The engine block, pistons and other associated parts have been sent to the machine shop. The cylinder head he already had prepared. He's got a turbo cylinder head there with the good valves. That's prepared and being assembled as we speak. As of late last week, Thursday, Friday, the cylinder head was getting assembled. And I've got some pics for you. So later in the video, I'll post up some pics. I'll put up some pics of the engine parts. Some really nice stuff in there. As you see on the table, we've got some CP pistons, a 10th hour over, some spool rods, a really nice looking oil pump. That blue oil pump looks absolutely mint. That was pretty pricey. That was 1,300 bucks worth of oil pump, but it's good insurance, yeah? What else have we got? I've got a few more bits and pieces. I'll go inside later and show you some bits and pieces that I've bought for the engine swap. But yeah, so the engine block's away getting machined. The head's being assembled. Most of the bottom end parts have been bought. I think we're still waiting for a couple of bits. The girdle. What else are we waiting for on the bottom end? I think that's about it on the bottom end. Pretty much the girdle and the machine work. We're still waiting for a few bits from Ford, like the lifters and the genuine timing chain tensioner. Still waiting for a few bits from Atomic. And still waiting for my camshafts to come, which I've ordered. So I'm going with stage 2 camshafts. No, I know everyone wants to go stage 4 and make it sound wild and crazy, but I want this thing to be responsive and I want to have some kind of fuel economy when I'm cruising, because we're not all 100% throttle everywhere, you know. I take my son for drives on the weekend where I don't even boost it that much at all, and I want some kind of fuel economy. So putting massive cams in it is just going to kill the fuel economy even more. So I've gone with stage 2 Mace cams. They're coming in the post in the next week. And yeah, exciting stuff. So the build's on the way. Just a quick Kev's hot tip when you're changing the engine. So I've done a couple of engines in my time. I've never done a Barra 6-cylinder, but the theory and the practice is pretty much the same. Now, especially for you guys that are building your built Barras, yeah, we're spending a lot of money on this engine. Most of us are spending, you know, 15, 20 grand on a built motor. Why not upgrade all the old bits? Like my car's 170,000 Ks old. I've had it for 13 years. Things like the radiator, it's 15 years old, more. The hoses are still original to the vehicle. Like, why not change? And these are important things for your built motor, you know, your cooling system, things like your pulleys, your tensioner, your idler pulley, your drive belt. All these things are going to be noisy on first startup. Do you really want a noisy tensioner? Do you really want, you know, all these other little things going wrong? So I'll take you inside in a minute and show you some of the bits that are important to go with an engine swap, well, I think anyway, just for that assurance. You know, you're spending good money. Why not change some of the accessories like the belts and hoses? My engine mounts are new. My alternator's less than 6 months old. Power steering pump, I'm going to let slide for now. It's just about on the way out, but once again, it's not a huge necessity. It works, it's not leaking. The high pressure power steering hose is new. The fuel system, the injectors are going to be cleaned. They're only 2 or 3 years old, but they're going to be cleaned before we start the engine. New fuel filter, all that kind of stuff. So I'll take you inside and have a look at some new engine bits. Stay tuned, this build's going to be awesome. Like I said, it's going to be about 3 or 4 weeks. And yeah, we'll put this thing on the dyno when it's all done and hopefully wind it up to 1,000 horsepower at the flywheel, which is about 680 kilowatt. Just a quick rundown. Obviously, most of you guys follow me, but for the guys that don't know, this car recently had the G40 1150 Pulsar Turbo fitted to the side of it with a Pulsar log manifold, custom-made dump pipe, and a 50mm external gate. So the hot side's all there for 1,000 horsepower. Fuel system should be there for 1,000 horsepower. Exhaust is going to be, we'll see. We're going to push a 3.5-inch exhaust as far as we can go, more or less, and that's going to be the limiting factor. But, you know, once again, I'm pretty much out of money. 4-inch exhaust might have to come down the track. So we'll go inside, we'll have a look at some engine parts, and stay tuned for the build because I'm excited. This is good stuff. You know, it's been like Christmas for me for the last week buying these parts. So yeah, enjoy the build. Stay tuned. I'll have more updates in the coming weeks, and yeah, we'll go inside and have a look at some engine parts. All right, so here we have our assortment of parts that I've purchased in the last week or so. I'll give you a quick rundown of what we've got here. So starting at the top, we've got the genuine Ford radiator. I highly recommend with something like the radiator, it's going to be in the car for a long time. You try and get a good quality one. Once again, some places you need to spend money on quality, some places you don't. But I recommend with an engine build, you put a genuine radiator in it. Just beside that, we've also got a couple of oil filters. We're going to start the engine. We're going to run it, do a hot cycle, get the engine nice and hot. So probably run it for 30 or 40 minutes, make sure everything's okay and no leaks. We're going to dump the oil and flush it straight away and put some fresh running oil in it. Over here, we've got a inlet manifold gasket, an exhaust manifold gasket, a new thermostat and gasket, a couple of new hoses, top and bottom radiator hose, titanium exhaust manifold stud kit. Yeah, so we've got the boost gauge there that reads to 60 psi because we're planning on running 30 plus. Got a new tensioner there and pulley, new top idler pulley, titanium exhaust manifold studs, billet flex plate and bolt kit. And yeah, like I said, I've got new camshafts coming in a week. All the other accessories are fairly new. Like I said, the alternator is brand new. The engine mounts are pretty new. The high pressure power steering's new. The injectors are going to get cleaned and serviced before we start the engine. And that's about it. Probably a couple other little gaskets and, you know, little hoses that we'll replace once we put the engine in, but that's about it. Hope you like this rundown of KevSpec's engine build and parts update.